Alright, welcome to episode 3 of Lazy Sunday Gaming with Rolling Monkey. Still working on the title. Ah, so we've survived our first day and our first night, and that's the dawn of a new day, so let's see what awaits us. So there's plenty of resources down there for food and all kinds of stuff, so let's build our first base. Let's keep it close to this tree. Ooh, right here, that'd be nice. Right close to those. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just gonna clean up their grass a little bit, because I don't like to have. Sometimes the clipping is not 100%, so I like to not have things clipped to my base. Okay, this looks like a nice place for a base right here. Okay, so now we've established we're going to build a base. We need to get this out of here first. So we go under building block. Okay, so right now with this we can do either a starter base or a starter hover vessel. We'll work on a starter hover vessel next episode. Right now we're going to be working on the base. So Faye, you just start the base. And another reason why I want to have several ones, I think I've got a third one. That was for the light. Was to make, well, all these are making biofuel right now. It would be to have a fifth one to work on concrete. So let's make another one. Let's put the light out. So this one will give us a source of light at night. So, but I think by nighttime we'll have our base up and running, so we should be fine. So right now it's making all the different components, so we don't have to worry about it. So we're on this one. Once we get this one, I'll put, well, more than half of those, 150, 160 to make concrete blocks. And then with those, we can build the base of a base. There's such a thing. Although a base is a base, isn't it? Anyway, so while these things are, let me gather some more resources. And further, as you play, you get to a point where you can even have automated machines that do the job for you. Or resource deposit and stuff like that. You just put them on and then they go to work, and then you don't have to worry about it. Oh, even these give plant fibers. I don't really care for those. If you get a tree, you get 20 fibers out of one log, so I think way better. But let's eat the steak before it goes bad. Excuse me. Now, I find the best food in this game is hamburger. Okay, let's see if yes it is. We'll put it down right here, put just that, and then we'll just make it do concrete blocks. Let's start with 100. I'll keep those, so it's still making it still nice, and that's gonna be sweet. That's the reason I have several of those going at the same time, because just one, I'll be monopolizing these resources, but by having several working for different things, and it goes a lot faster. Okay, let's gather some more. Oops. Oh, I guess it does give us wood. Oh, wish I'd noticed that. Just plant fiber. Ish. Might as well just get rid of it. Okay, now our base should be ready. There we go. And let's wait for the... Okay, so I'm gonna put my base in this... No, right here. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dig it in a hole. One more. Okay. Oh, there's a way to... Whoops. There we go. So that's the base. That is the most important thing in your base. If it gets destroyed, your base is completely... it won't be yours anymore. You won't have power. If this thing gets destroyed, your base is basically gone. You can put a new one on here, a new core, but you need to have one of those on hand too. So, but for right now, it's just going to be a little staging area for... Excuse me. A staging area for us. So, we've got some... Put down here. Now, this is the basic block, but if you want to have different kinds of... You just right-click it on the mouse, and this is all the options you have. Those are just the basic shapes, but you have all shapes. There's 3 pages, and this is everything you can build. All kinds of things that you can build with that. But for right now, I'm just going to keep it pretty simple. Let's just do a cube. So we're just going to do a platform. It won't have a door, it won't have anything like that yet. This comes later. Now, structural support is important. If you just do a ramp that has no support, it will collapse. Maybe I should showcase that one day, but for right now, I'm just gonna make sure there is support. So I'm using the drone right now because it has better control than the character. So put it down here. Put it down here. So right now the core is not exposed. The core is safe, which is good. Okay, so this is a what, 3x3? Yeah, it's a 3x3 base. Let's do a 4x4. 17 blocks, so I'm good, and I've got more coming, so that's good too. Now, obviously we're going to need something to get up there, like a ramp of some sort, so let's just change that. I like this ramp A for the first portion of it. Like this, and then we can put the ramp C medium right under it, so that we can just use it like this. Now, like I said, this is going to be a very temporary settlement. This is not going to be my final base. It's just to gather more resources and just start from here. So I'm just going to keep it pretty basic. And sometimes there are storms and all kinds of stuff that can happen on the planet, like radioactive fog or electrical storms that can represent a danger to you. So having an enclosed space is sometimes very beneficial. So far we have not seen it, but then again, we've only been on this planet for a day. Let's see, how am I going to design this? I know. So let's make this the back. Now for building purposes, the drone is great because it gives you way greater mobility. So let's do that. Oh, I ran out of blocks. Oh wait, just ran out of block there. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's have an interesting shape here. Hmm. Ooh, let's try that. So you just use home and end to rotate left and right, and then you can change the axis by using delete or what's the word? Insert. So it changes the axis that it rotates. So if I change it to this, it's just gonna rotate it on the axis you see, and then once again just change it to this one. So you just have to experiment. At one point you'll become very expert at it. So let's try that. Okay. Nice. Let's do something on this side. Whoa. Like I said, concrete is cheap. So I don't mind using it, even though it's not going to be a permanent settlement. I'm still gonna. I wonder if there's an in between. There it is. Let's see. Let's hope it holds. If not, it's going to be a learning opportunity for everybody. No, not that way. This way. There we go. There we go. Nice. Okay. It's covered, so it can at least protect me from rain, if anything. I could put windows, I could put a door, but for right now, let's just keep it at that. And let's make ourselves a motorcycle, since I said I would do that, and I haven't. Okay, so we don't need a construction kit, we need the actual motorcycle. There we go. Start that. Put these here, making more. All right. Now here, on this base, the advantage of a base like that is that you can put structures and different things to help you in surviving. So you can have a generator, you can have a fridge, you can have all kinds of storage, you can have a bed, you can even grow your own vegetables. So you can have a greenhouse. And also, one thing I love about this game is that once you build a structure, no matter what it is, like let's say this one, you like the way it looks and you would like to be able to save it, you can, because if you go under this blueprints, there are blueprints that are already saved. Some of those are mine. I've built those myself. I'm not sure if they're very accurate, but you know, all these are the ones I've built and I've saved for myself. So you can always, if you do a design you like, you save it, and then you just put, once you say, let's say I want to do the Batman is a modified version of a vehicle that's already comes in with a game. So if I wanted to build this version of it, you just go to factory. This is the resources it needs to be built. Once you grab those, you put them in here, and once you have everything, another button would say start production right here. You press that, and then it takes 22 minutes to complete. That's in real time, so that's 22 minutes in real time. And once it's done, you just it will appear in the listing. When I go back to the library, it would appear at the top right here. There'll be a new category. and then you could just click it and then you drop it in the world. You wouldn't have to design anything. So there's all kinds of stuff like that, which I think is amazing that you can save your own plan. So what you can do is also you can go to creative mode, create something you like, and then use that design in your survival mode. So you don't have to redo it again. One thing I find difficult doing that is that creative mode you have access to everything. When you're in survival mode, you do not have access to everything. So sometimes you'll try something, oh, it's nice design, but you don't have the resources for it. So an example for me, one I really like, okay, I call it the lumberjack. This is a vehicle that's used for trees, but right now it's too high level, so I can't even do that. So there's a lumberjack open, which is what I'm gonna show you a little later. We're gonna build it from beginning to end. So something similar to that. But you know, if all these are all things that's something I designed. Blue, yellow, dark. That's a modified, kind of like the Batman. It's just a different color scheme from an already existing. It is. Which one is it? It's one of the ones that comes with the game. But look at all this. All these are all coming with the game. So sometimes you have a preview what it looks like. It's all kinds of cool stuff. Bases, small vessel. These are different faction. This seems a walker. There's all kinds of things. So that's another huge boon to this game, is that the ability to save blueprints, and not only save blueprints, but you can share those on Steam. So I think it's just amazing. You can just export and import all kinds of things. So that's great. Now back to, looks like there's a little bit of concrete missing here. Okay. Let's try to see if I can make it, if I can show you what it would look like if something gets built without being supported. Let's see how far it can go. Now, once it crashes, it might be very loud. It has a tendency to do that. It's a lot longer than I thought. There it goes, but I managed to get it back. So, looks like it was 13 blocks. That's what happens when it's unsupported. It won't hold its own weight. All right, now that we have the base, what are we gonna do with it? Well, first we need to power it. So for that we need two things. Okay, do I have those? So you can filter it here. So this is base related. We want the fridge, that's for sure. And okay, we want the generator and the fuel tank. But we have to we have to choose those. So for now, there's no new weapon, so we're gonna be looking at base. So we're looking at fuel tank. Double click it to unlock it. Small generator. Plant grow, that's a bit early for that. Cargo boxes for sure. Food processor. We need a small constructor to make a food processor. So let's do that first. So small generator. I'm not a big fan of solar panels myself. It's one way to generate power, but it's a bit too volatile to my taste. I prefer to have the biofuel building in I prefer biofuel. The only thing I use solar panels is when I build myself what do you call it? A greenhouse. Yeah. So for now, so we have that one, so we can do a food processor. Although for now, let's just leave it at generator, fuel tank, and a fridge so that we can keep our food fresh and not lose which, like I said, is not a big deal, but so it is building those. Oh no, it's not building those things right now. We just selected it. So let's go back to our constructor. Now, see, it's expanded everything. So we need this, this, and Frid at least. Excuse me. And since we have the constructor option, let's do the small constructor and the cargo box. Now, when you build a constructor, except for the portable constructor, if it's a small constructor or above, you need to have a cargo box so that it can pull resources from it. I'll show you when that happens. Oh yeah, did I get my bike? Yes, I did. Alright, so while we wait for those to build and put on our base, let's do the motorbike. Now the motorbike does not require any fuel of any kind. All you need to do, have it in your inventory, set it down, and you're riding it. Now I like to have free reign when I'm looking around, so I just press control button. Or alt, I'm sorry, that was alt. The alt button so I can look around without moving, otherwise it doesn't work. Just alt like that, so I can go in a straight line and look around me. And I still control it with WASD. Or you can have it just like that, but I don't like that. Just for that. Be able to get back up with my motorcycle. But the good thing about your motorcycle is that once you get off of it, if you press shift, left shift and F, you pick it back up. So you can have it for next time you want to ride it. So for right now, that's great. How am I gonna get back up there? That's why I want the armor. Just to get my jetpack. It just makes it so much easier. See, now we can see the base from afar, so that's nice. Now let's see what's been built. Okay, let's place those. Now I'm going to put those outside because the motor and the fuel tank, I'm not sure if it's both or which one does it, but I think the fuel tank is radioactive or something. It just sets off the radioactive warning. So let's put this on the top. Whoa. Sorry. Let's... Okay, so once I put some biofuel in there, let's put half of what I got. More, okay. Now that it's got fuel in there, it's not working yet. So there's two ways you can go about this. If you're looking at the structure or on the structure itself, if you press P, it brings up the control panel for the actual structure. So all you gotta do right now is if you turn on power. Now I don't know if you can hear that, but the generator's working now. It's turning and it's generating power. So if you have things attached to it, like fridges and constructors, you will be able to use those. So we do have a fridge now, so let's put it up there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my fridge up here so that I can have room for the food processor once I get that. So right now, if I put this, in the fridge, as long as it's powered, you can see it's powered by the light. If I turn it off, which the shortcut key is Y, I'm sorry, Y like Yankee. If you press Y, it stops. The light is not on the fridge anymore. But if you do, as long as the light is on, your food will not perish anymore. It stops the perish process. So it'll keep it fresh forever, which is not really like in real life, but it's better than having perished food in your inventory. Now we have the constructor and the new. Okay. So let's put these down. Now this is a bit, it's the same principle as the survival constructor or the portable constructor. It's just a bit bigger and you need a base for it. So once you put it down, you can access it, but you have to assign a container for both input and output. This is why you need a cargo box. And then if you press the right mouse button, you have different styles, so you can choose different things. If you'd rather have a cargo pallet or something more like bigger like that, or something skinnier like that, you have different choices. I like this one personally. I'm just going to put it on top. Maybe I should put it just beside it. No, just on top is fine. Although, ooh, hang on, I like that one. I like this one. Let me just reorient that. There we go. Just like that. There we go. Now, once you have set up the cargo box, you have to go through here and select which one. I don't want the fridge, I want the container, this one. So right now, for both the input and the output, it's going to pull resources from this and put back whatever it builds into this one too. So as of right now, this survival is kind of useless. We don't use it, we don't really need it anymore. You can always use it for right now. We'll just pick it up, let the other ones do the work. So for right now, let's put these, and we're gonna have access to other building blueprints. Okay. And also, since this is a base, you can put lights on it. So that'd be nice. Have lights around it so that we can see around. I've always put sides or yeah. So let's see what we can build with this one. So there's a lot more options here than there used to be. Also gives us access to the small vessel starter, which is going to become very useful soon. So there's lights. Oh yeah, I wanted to do the armor. Well, since this is another day and nighttime, sunset. We've seen the sun rise, now we're looking at the sunset. I think that would be a good place to stop. So, thank you for watching. See you in episode 4.